I am so sorry to say this. Sorry if I'm in a bad mood right now and not doing my usual shtick of greetings, everyone. It is me, Shadow Leon 659 once again. Because this is a topic that I have wanted to talk about for many, many years. And it involves, should I say, the Snyder Code and how they're begging to bring the DCEU back. Oh my god, where do I even begin? So, we of course already know how the DCEU was. It started off with Man of Steel, then we later went to Dawn of Justice, and then afterwards the franchise just devolved into a complete incoherent mess. And Warner Brothers was focusing more on playing catch up with Marvel and whatnot rather than telling compelling stories and everything and getting the audience invested. And not to even mention that a majority of proper comic book fans were alienated, but somehow these Snyder fans always want the Snyderverse to be restored and everything. Now, people, for as much as some of us may enjoy the Snyderverse, let me tell you something, it ain't never coming back. Snyder has moved on. Warner Brothers have pretty much scrapped it completely. And on top of that, should I say, the franchise was a complete mess from day one. Because Warner Brothers, as mentioned before, were mostly playing catch up with Marvel rather than telling compelling stories and everything. And of course, should I say, a majority of these actors have also moved on. Ben Affleck has officially announced that he's retired from superheroes. Henry Cavill doesn't want to play Superman anymore. And some of the actors have been complete pieces of crap like Ezra Miller or Gal Gadot and many of these other people. Not to mention Jared Leto and everything. It is also, and to all you people who say that should I say Snyder's Justice League was a success, you are just deceiving yourselves. Because as YouTuber Darklord Jado said, it was being beaten by Space Jam 2 of all films in terms of viewership and everything. And let us talk about the Snyderverse from, or in this case, the DCEU from a business standpoint. From a business standpoint, pretty much it didn't do well and was considered one of the biggest financial failures of all time, costing the company millions upon millions of dollars, if not billions. Because hey, movies don't come cheap, you know. You need resources. You need to attract a certain audience. You also need to have business investors who are interested into your franchise and everything. So you see, franchises don't come cheap and they cost lots of money. Pretty much by the year 2023, when you had complete financial failures like Shazam 2 or Aquaman or Blue Beetle or even The Flash, all those were flops. That costed the company even more money and everything. And let's talk about it from a story standpoint. You remember when I said earlier that they were focusing more on playing catch up with Marvel than actually focusing on the main plot? Yeah, it started off pretty decently with Man of Steel, regardless of how you feel about that film. Me, personally, I have mixed feelings on it. But of course, should I say, after that, the DCEU turned into a complete rushed mess. Like, when you go into Dawn of Justice, the movie felt like it was an extended trailer for a franchise that was pretty much screwed up from day one rather than focusing on the main plot. And another thing is that Snyder just clearly doesn't understand these characters at all. He turned Superman into Batman. He turned, should I say, Batman into the Punisher. He made Aquaman a depressed drunk and everything. The list goes on. And you are honest to God telling me that Snyder has a great understanding of, should I say, the characters and everything. And on top of that, Snyder's recent movie Rebel Moon didn't do so well at the box office and everything. And you still want a guy to come back to direct more movies, creating even more potential flops. And as I mentioned before, the film industry is not just an entertainment industry, it is also a business from a standpoint. And so, you are telling me that you want a guy who directed a few flops to continue directing even more flops. It's not gonna work. That's not how business works, and put the company into even more financial troubles. And stop saying, bring back the whole Snyderverse thing, because I'm sorry, people, it's never happening, and it's never coming back. And to a whole lot of you who are sitting there and typing on your laptop saying that I'm making up some random bull crap. No, I'm just speaking to you. I'm just speaking to you about honest to God facts. It is never coming back, it never will happen, and it's pretty much dead. So why don't you people just do yourselves a favor, stop bitching and complaining on the internet, and kindly move on with your lives like what a lot of people have done. I'm not asking for you to, should I say, get off the internet and whatnot. I'm just asking for you to grow up, move on with your lives, and go do better things. Like maybe count your checkbook, or maybe read a book, or go outside and take an early morning stroll. Do whatever. So anyway, that's all I've got for today. Shadow Leon 659 signing out. Man, these people really have no shame when it comes to talking about what they want on the internet and when they want it.